Lila and the many teachers. It was Lila's second week at her new school. Her school was a tall, light pink-colored building with round windows. She was still getting used to how big everything felt. The hallways, the playground, even the hand dryers in the bathroom made a loud whoosh. Her uniform swished as she walked. A deep blue skirt, white shirt and a white sweater vest. And her hair in neat pigtails tied with blue rubber bands. That morning, Miss Reena, her teacher, who wore a pink sari and green glasses, had a surprise.
Pay attention, class. Today, we're going for a walk outside the school. Let's find out how many things we can learn just by watching.
Lila was confused.
So, we're not going to class today?
Nope. Class is everywhere if you know how to look.
And so, with their caps on and water bottles across their shoulders, Lila and her classmates stepped outside. While crossing the school playground, the first thing Lila noticed was an ant carrying a big crumb up a wall.
Look at that! How can something so small carry something so big?
That little ant is teaching us hard work and not giving up.
A tiny ant as a teacher?
She imagined the ants to be an army convoy in camo suits marching towards their goal. At the street corner, they saw a traffic police uncle directing cars in every direction. Even though the cars were honking and bikes were zooming, he stood calmly in the center, waving his hands just right.
Wow, he's so cool.
And calm. He's teaching us patience and focus.
Lila watched quietly, her eyes wide as she imagined the police uncle in a cape. A bit further down, they passed a fruit vendor who gave a banana to an old man who didn't have money. The man bowed his head and walked away with a smile. He was a saint with a halo around his head in Lila's eyes.
And kindness. That man just became someone's teacher without saying a single word.
Lila didn't say anything, but her mind felt busy, like puzzle pieces moving around and clicking into place. When they returned to school, she kept thinking. Even the rain that started falling on their way back made her wonder.
The rain is showing us to pause and wait.
Lila was back home. The walls were blue. There was a chandelier hanging from the ceiling. That evening, at the dinner table, Lila was still quiet.
Mama, Appa, I think I met 5 teachers today and none of them were in a classroom.
Really? Who are these teachers?
Lila counted on her fingers.
An ant, a police uncle, a fruit seller, the rain and Miss Reena.
Mama smiled warmly and said,
Sounds like you had a very good day.
And you and Appa are my first teachers. You taught me how to tie my shoelaces and say thank you. And also days of the week.
Mama reached over gently and took Lila's hand.
You know, every morning when we chant the Guru Mantra, it's for this very reason.
Oh, it is?
It's our way of saying thank you to all our teachers, to everyone who helps us grow, even when we don't realize it. It reminds us to stay curious and grateful.
Tasmai, Shri, Gurave, Namah.
She looked at her mama and smiled, like something big had finally clicked inside of her. Later that night, before going to bed, Lila drew pictures in her diary. The ant, the police uncle, the fruit seller, the rain, and her parents. On the top of the page, she wrote, "My teachers today." And in the corner, she added something small but powerful. Thank you, Guru Mantra. The Guru Mantra gently reminds us that teachers are all around us. Our parents, our friends, and even strangers. When we stay open and thankful, every day becomes full of little lessons that help us grow.
Prarthana for kids by kids.